Hi, Justin. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, again, can you hear me?
I can. Are you in Idaho?
I am in Idaho.
Okay. My family lives in Montana. We used to
Oh, okay.
vacation at Coeur d'Alene, so I don't know if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
anywhere near that.
No, we're southeast, so we're
Okay.
basically the exact opposite almost.
All right. And I'm so sorry for your loss, first
It's
off.
okay. This has been therapeutic talking to you guys, so it's been
Oh,
good.
good, good, good. Is it just going to be you joining us
Yeah,
tonight?
just
Okay.
me. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I am recording right now.
Perfect.
Justin, I know it's on your Zoom, but I want you just to say and spell your first and last name as well.
Yeah, it's Justin Zonts, Justinzonts.
And what was your relation to Jodie?
Jodie is my sister and Lexi is my niece.
And tell me a little bit about Jodie and Lexi.
Yeah, so she's my older sister. There's eight of us, 10 of us now with my dad and his wife, but she's the third. I'm the sixth, so she's my big sister. Growing up, she was always just a fun, carefree person who just always had a great time with her friends and enjoyed life. She went through some hard times, like we all do as we grow up and as we learn and grow. And uh, but she able to push through them, and she met her husband David Owens. And they've been together almost 23 years. It'll be 23 years this month. Um,
Where did
She is, sorry, go ahead.
where did y'all grow up?
So we grew up in Jackson, Michigan. So we were there for a long time. She was there, I think, until about 2001, maybe 2000 somewhere. And then I was still in high school at the time. And then we moved out later with my mom and my younger siblings in about 2001, just right behind her, just about 6 months or a year. And then we spent a lot of time in Utah. And I ended up getting married and having kids, and we had kids the same age, and so even though we were like an 8 year difference growing up, and when you become adults, that difference doesn't mean anything. So we really grew close to one another as we had kids, and we were raising our kids together, and as we lived close to one another. Then eventually, I actually moved to Oklahoma in 2010, lived in Owasso for a few years, so I experienced that Owasso or that Oklahoma. I understand the tornadoes. I know how it goes, and I understand that. And then I ended up moving to Idaho, and Jody moved out to Oklahoma with her family. Um, Jody's just, I mean, she's just someone who would go out of her way to help anyone. I kind of call her the peacekeeper of our family. With so many siblings, oftentimes there's, times where it can be some tumultuous times, and
Hi, this is Sarah
she's
calling
always the
from
one that would try
Fairview.
to bring us together if ever we were arguing, fighting, and she would reach out to us no matter what. She would never hold a grudge. She has eight kids and four grandkids. She loves that's probably the best part of her life is her family. Her husband is an amazing man. Uh, his strength will get him through this. But those grandkids and her children were the lifeblood of her existence. She was active with the school. Her son's in marching band. She's in the PTA. She was a substitute teacher. Um, she was learning to draw. She was learning to do sourdough bread. She was always trying to expand her knowledge and seek out new horizons. Lexi was just a carefree young lady, just a fresh teenager. She was Jody's caboose. She was the youngest, but she was just probably the one that had the most character and personality. Um, they were just taken too soon. Ooh, I'm kind of getting good at these, but it's hard.
Oh no, no,
Uh,
absolutely it is.
but last night, 9:50, we're in Idaho, so we're a little bit behind you guys in time. I get a phone call from my brother. And we aren't always the most talkative family. So I was just kind of curious what it was, and he just tells me some bad news. And my sister and her daughter had lost her life as a result of tornado. And when you hear that, it just doesn't seem real. I mean, We see it on movies, we see it on TV, we see it in the news for other people, and you just never think it's going to be you or your family. Um, and you just wonder why. But Jody, she's, we're part of the same church. We are, and she's very strong in her faith, and I know that there's more for her, and she knows that there's more for her and her. So does her whole family, and that gives you some comfort in the future. Uh, in the moment, it doesn't always. You know that there's more to come, but in the moment, it's just you wonder why, and you wonder why her. You know, when you see these people who are just so kind and loving and full of charity, and that's just who they are as a person. And you wonder why did that person get taken from the earth at this time, and her precious little daughter, and why does my brother-in-law have to deal with the loss of his wife and a child at the same time? I mean, I can't imagine. I look at my children, look at my wife, and we're here, and it could have been me. My wife and my son could have been out. My youngest son could, and they might not have made it home. It's just you just wonder why. Uh, but I'm grateful for them and her example. If anything, I'll make sure good comes out of this. I will be more like Jody. I will be more like the person that she was, the mother she was. I'll try to be a father like that. The wife that she was, I'll try to be a husband like that. I mean, good will come from sorrow.
And then it sounded like she was on the phone with her kids too.
Yeah, that's one of the worst parts. I mean, because of who she is, she's of course calling her children and warning them of a tornado, telling them to take cover, to get in the storm shelter. She was prepared. They had a storm shelter installed in their home. They wanted to make sure they were safe. And they're on the phone with her daughter, who's a senior this year. The last thing her daughter will remember of her mom and daughter is a scream and then the line going dead. I mean, I can't even imagine. I mean, it's just a horrible outcome, and not something that I would want to experience myself, let alone for my teenage niece who um, was just being cared for, and my daughter, excuse me, in my sister's last moments was still trying to care for her family, and I expect nothing less.
Well, it sounds like your family and her family have been blessed with having a large family.
Yeah,
So I think that's the best that you can do is lean on each other for support
yeah.
in these times. I know that's what I would do.
Right.
Uh,
It's tough, we're several hundred miles away, in Idaho compared to Oklahoma, and you feel helpless. You just don't know what to do. And we just want to make sure that they're taken care of. And that's kind of why we're like, we just want to let you guys know what happened, let others know so that they can help if they want. They can, I know in Oklahoma it's a nice big Christian belt, and people, they love to pray, and I'd love their prayers for my brother and his family at this time, because that's all we can do from where we are as well. I mean, we'll go, when he has the time to make the arrangements. Of course, the all of us will come together and go out there. That's not the reunion we expected, but it's the reunion we'll take.
well, thank you, Justin, for your time today. And I'm
Problem.
so sorry for your loss.
I
And this will,
appreciate that.
if you guys need links or anything, Emma has been in contact with
Okay.
all of you guys, and we'll send out links and everything
Yeah,
as well.
we're trying our best to make sure my brother-in-law and her family are taken care of in
Yes.
whatever we can do.
Absolutely. Well, and I think the GoFundMe, let me check real quick.
Yeah, it's
It's
it's doing
been
it's
doing
doing
really
well.
well. Yeah. That's
And
the
that's
best
it.
thing. Already 30. Wow. It was 7,000 and I just
I
refreshed it. It's
know. I mean,
35,000.
it just tells me that my sister, she touches a lot of lives.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of social media nowadays is, I think there's so much negativity coming out of it, but my sister was always trying to make it something beautiful. And we can use it now. Even now, we're going through pictures and trying to give to news organizations and stuff
Hmm.
to use. And it's just, she always looks right into the camera, right into my soul. And so,
Yes. Yeah, she does. That picture that
yeah,
y'all used, it's such a great
yeah,
picture.
and she's just such a beautiful person. And so she will be dearly missed.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Justin. And again, my
No
thoughts and
problem.
prayers are with you and your
Thank
family.
you. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, me too. Have a good
All right.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you.